Please be seated.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're all very welcome to the membership conferring ceremony here today at our home on Kildare Street. Welcome to all our new members and their guests. Today we've conferred 57 new members from 10 different nationalities, and we're delighted to meet you all here today. This building captures and nurtures our heritage. Our Heritage Centre has attained museum status, an award that recognises their dedication to caring for our collections to the highest standards. We've ambitious plans to grow our museum and to open our rich heritage and medical history increasingly to the public and a wider audience. All around you there are portraits, sculptures and items that reflect our central role in the history of medicine in Ireland and abroad. Today you join their ranks and join all of us on your lifelong journey and career through medicine. This is an exciting moment in your careers and one that you have earned through your hard work, determination and dedication, as well as the support of those around you, so well done. And now, before declaring the ceremony of the Royal College of Physicians of Ireland open, may I introduce the platform party. We have Dr. Junaid Awan, BST, General Internal Medicine Representative of the MRCPI Trainees Committee, Dr. Maeve Doyle, Dean of Education, Professor Mary Higgins, Chair of the Exams Committee of Obstetricians and Gynecologists, Dr. Judith Meehan, Dean of the Faculty of Paediatrics, Dr. Dermot O'Shea, President of the Royal College of Physicians of Ireland, Dr. Joan Power, Vice President of the Royal College of Physicians of Ireland, Professor Anthony O'Regan, Dean of the Institute of Medicine, and I'm Professor Michael Keane, Registrar of the Royal College of Physicians of Ireland. This is a meeting of the Royal College of Physicians of Ireland for the purpose of conferring membership, which I now declare open. With your permission, President, I will now proceed with the conferring ceremony.
Please proceed.
We'll begin by I'll ask Dr. Junaid Awan to address the new members. Before we formally admit you as members, Dr. Awan, who's the BST General Internal Medicine Representative, will address you.
Thank you, President, fellows and members. As a member of the Trainees Committee of RCPI, it is my duty and privilege to represent you and to work on your behalf with the College to try to improve the quality of the medical education and training you receive. It is with sincere pleasure that I'm here today to congratulate you on the massive achievement of succeeding in gaining the membership of this college. I'm mindful of the hours, months, and years of work you have put into this day, of the sacrifices you have made, both personal and financial, to reach this goal. You have made no small effort, and today your efforts have paid off, and you should be justly proud. As the members of the RCPI, you have distinguished yourselves as the brightest and the best physicians of your generation. You stand apart as the group of doctors who will lead the profession for the generations to come. We are at a turning point in how healthcare will be delivered to the people of Ireland, and all of you graduating today will have a command and responsibility for how our profession evolves in serving the needs of the citizens of this country at the most vulnerable point in their lives. Your graduation today leads you one step closer to specialization in the field of your interest and towards being a leader within the healthcare service. It marks a significant milestone in your career progression and your success. It also signifies a new responsibility you have to your fellow doctors, particularly your younger colleagues. A responsibility to use the talents and skills you have proven through challenge and adversity, to teach and to guide your interns and SHOs, and to ensure they achieve and maintain the same high standards of clinical and academic excellence that you yourselves have demonstrated. I'm also mindful that no one who passes these exams does so without a modicum of help. And I'm delighted to see that so many of you have friends and family members here today. Their support has got you here, and I'm glad that they can rejoice and share in your success. My own exams are not so long ago that I've forgotten the often complex relationship with the college that the experience can foster. The path to success is never easy, but through your diligence, hard work, and professionalism, you have prevailed. Finally, now the exams are over, you no doubt have some spare time on your hands. It is important to use this period to take stock of your achievement and to think what direction you would like your career to take. With that bit of extra time you have, I would also invite you and encourage you to join us in the Trainees Committee in working with the college to bring about positive changes that will benefit you and benefit the doctors who follow in your footsteps. I'm sure over your engagement so far with the RCPI, you have all seen things that we could do better. And now that you have both the insight and the authority, I really urge you all to work with me to keep making this college a better and better place for trainees, so we can be proud to be members of this noble institution, proud of the fact that we can be part of receiving and providing world-class medical training, proud of the fact that we will always strive for better, and proud of the fact that we in this room are constantly working to safeguard the healthcare of the people of Ireland. Thank you very much, and congratulations once again.
I'll now ask all the licentiates and members to stand and to read with me the Declaration of Membership. So we'll read this together. I do hereby solemnly and sincerely promise that I will observe and obey the statutes, bylaws, and regulations of this college relating to members, and will submit to such penalties as may be lawfully imposed for any neglect or infringement of them, including the erasure of my name from the list of members and the surrender of my diploma of membership received from the college. I further promise and declare that I will, to the best of my ability, do all things in the practice of my profession for the honour of the college and the good of the public. I further promise and declare that I will not keep open shop for the sale of medicines or endeavour to obtain practice or to attract public notice by any unworthy means. Nor will I either permit or sanction the use of my name by any other person for such purpose, or in connection with any secret remedy. In case of any doubt relative to the true meaning of this engagement, I promise to submit to the judgment of the college. I now call upon the President, Dr. Dermot O'Shea, to formally admit the new members of the College to membership.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as President, I hereby admit you collectively as licentiates and members of the Royal College of Physicians of Ireland. Congratulations to all of you.
Congratulations to our new members. You may all be seated now. And I'll now ask each new member in turn to come forward and receive your parchment as your name is called. Asma Izal Din Hassan Abdel Basit, General Medicine. Asad Ali, General Medicine. Mahmoud Mohammed Bainur, Pediatrics. Alexander Boldy, Pediatrics. David Conlon, General Medicine. Louis John de Courcy, General Medicine. Ailish Fong Dockery, Pediatrics. Claude Marie Flanagan, General Medicine. Enya Faye Fulston, Obstetrics and Gynecology. Oisin Galvin, in absentia, General Medicine. Ikram Ul Haq, General Medicine. Aoife Harrison, General Medicine. Jonathan Hunter, General Medicine. Aisha Osman Hassan Mohammed Khalil, General Medicine. Junaid Khan, General Medicine. Laura Jennifer Mannion, Pediatrics. Amgad Ismail Ahmed Mohammed, Pediatrics. Mohammed Mustafa Abdelatif Mohammed, Pediatrics. Greg Murphy, Pediatrics. Cormac O'Flynn, General Medicine. Ellen Christine O'Rourke, General Medicine. Saeed Mohammed Bilal Shah, General Medicine. The following candidates are being conferred in absentia: Badr Ahmad Nuruldain Badr, General Medicine; Nuha Hamid El Fidel, General Medicine; Sabir Rahman, General Medicine; David Alani, General Medicine. So we'll have a round of applause for all our new members. I now call on one of our trainees of the college, Aisha Khalil, to address you on behalf of the new conferees.
Thank you, President and fellows and members. It is an enormous pleasure to join you in celebrating this significant achievement and major milestone. In such an occasion, it becomes very difficult to avoid going through a long list of people to thank and acknowledge their endless support to reach this stage. Firstly, thanks to the college and fellows and members with whom we work. They are our registrars, SPRs, and our consultant, who have taught us and prepared us for the exams, and of course, trained us for the future career. To our supporters, families, and friends, sincere thanks and gratitude to my parents who had came from abroad from Sudan. Special word for them, I'm going to say it in my own language. شكراً أمي وأبوي for your support, and لولا دعواتكم وتوفيقكم، لولا الله ودعواتكم لي ما كنت في المكان ده. Just to say it the same in English, it's without your daily regular prayers, I wouldn't have made it. To my husband and my children, and my sister and brothers who have continuously encouraged me in every step, we appreciate your constant support during this exam and during the hectic NCHD's life. To the patient, if you have ever been admitted to an hospital, you may be familiar with a group of trainees going from bed to bed, asking to allow us to practice on you for our upcoming exam. You have patiently sit up and telling us your stories, and subjected yourself to poking and prodding without audibly complaining or wondering why your doctors were still doing exams. Lastly, of course, to each other, our colleagues, and now fellow members. It is to each other that we turn for a cup of coffee in the rest after a busy day, or for a tricky cannula or ECG, or someone to talk through a puzzling case with. We reached today's milestone together, and it was team effort. From the endless hours spent in the question bank and going through the guidelines or clarifying point from our consultant, and when it came to the clinical exam, getting together in 2s and 3s to practice. And it has been long road, but very enjoyable together, and it is a pleasure to be welcomed as a member with all of you today. Today, it is important to reflect on our careers to date, as well as the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. Our health service is enduring a period of perhaps unprecedented difficulty, especially after the pandemic. And it's easy to be disencouraged by this. However, it is important to remember and reflect upon the enormous privileges we have as physicians and now as members of this college. That include the privilege to be physicians and hold the trust that patients place in us, as well as to be the future for our chosen specialties. We are today one step further along the road of completing our training. And in doing so, we will help to shape the practice of our chosen field. As the new members of the college, we will become more senior members of our teams at work, and we will have the privilege of teaching, training, and supporting those coming along after us. That's all to maintain the standards of the excellence that have characterized the college since 360 years. This college is its members. So this is our college, and I'm delighted to join it with you all today. And I look forward to work with you all in the future to constantly safeguard the healthcare of people in Ireland. Congratulations all.
I now call on the President, Dr. Dermot O'Shea, to address you.
Thank you, Michael. Fellows, members, deans, chairs, new members, college officers, guests and friends, Tá fáilte ceallaigh. It is my pleasure to welcome you all here today. Congratulations to each of you on becoming a member of the Royal College of Physicians of Ireland. Michael, Aisha and Junaid have actually said a lot of what I was going to say, but I think it's Aisha who has captured it most eloquently and beautifully in her words. But she's right. Today is a real milestone in your careers and one you should be justly proud of. And it is also a proud day for your family and your friends who've supported you on your journey. The vision of this college is a globally connected community of doctors improving people's health. And today, each one of you joins that community of doctors, a national and international network of close on 13,000 alumni working in Ireland and around the world in over 90 countries. The reach of our members and our fellows is extensive, and it is something we must tap into, harness and nurture. Staring down from you in this hall is a portrait of John Stern. If he was alive today, he would be 399 years old. But in 1654, at the age of 30, he founded this college. And he did that to promote training, the study of medicine, to improve medical care, and as a place for physicians to meet, all still very relevant today. Whether you realise it or not, today you are weaving yourself further into the fabric of this college. You're becoming a custodian of the college, of what it was, what it is, and what it will do in the future. And the contribution that each one of you makes will be vital in the years ahead. I clearly remember getting my own membership here in 1988, down in the Graves Hall. And it felt at the time as if it was a gateway to the rest of my career. It was the first time I remember the feeling that I now had an opportunity and a responsibility to make a real career choice. It was definitely a fork in the road for me, and while it seemed a little daunting, I also had a real sense of pride and achievement, and I hope you feel that today. So it sort of turns out I haven't travelled that far at all, because 35 years later, I'm back here again in the Corrigan Hall, in the Corrigan Hall, and down the road from us is Graves Hall, which has got 4 statues in it. And in that hall, when you're at the reception afterwards listening to our beautiful harpist, you'll see one of Robert Graves. Now, it might interest you to know that Robert Graves did much more than lend his name to a thyroid disease. He was actually credited with the person who's responsible for second hands on watches, and he came up with that idea to help take a pulse. Behind him, or in front of him, is a guy called Dominic Corrigan, a former president of this college. And he arranged for the funding, the purchase and the refurbishment of this building in 1862 for the grand total of £5,000. Both of these doctors were many things, including teachers, educators, researchers and trainers. 200 years ago, they taught doctors and colleagues that among the important skills required were to be good listeners, communicate well, and treat everyone the same. How relevant and appropriate those qualities are today. Passing the membership for you is a really significant achievement. With your membership, you now join your professional family here in the college and around the world. And as you roam around your professional family home this evening and keep an eye out for portraits, you'll see one of a lady, a paediatrician called Kathleen Lynn. Now, she's an extraordinary lady who I'm going to say keeper of secrets, but Harriet, sitting over in the corner there, has just brought out a book on. And I'm not going to delve into her story, but she lived and worked by the credo of be brave, challenge conventional wisdom, but above all, collaborate and be collegial. So think of those qualities as your careers evolve. Weaving into your medical practice values that include compassion, openness, kindness, empathy and understanding for your patient and each other will enable you make an important difference to the health and well-being of your patients, the healthcare system you work in, and as importantly, yourselves. The skills, knowledge, friendships and networks that you develop during your training will be the foundation and launchpad for your future working lives, so nurture and value them. As your careers progress, you will lead innovation, you will be advocating for best patient care and outcomes, and you will be supporting each other in, as Aisha said, at times will be challenging but fulfilling and rewarding careers. Having the letters MRCPI after your name demonstrates that you've reached a standard of excellence that is trusted and recognised around the world and should add to your self-confidence. Use the college to arm yourself with the tools to make you outstanding doctors and leaders in your chosen specialty areas. And remember, armed with your degree, your membership and your training, that the opportunities open to you are extraordinary, your potential limitless, and any boundaries only of your own making. I recognise a number of you here today, and I've had the pleasure of working with some of you, so bear with me if you've heard the story before. I'm a geriatrician, and I met a 98-year-old lady a few years ago, and a few weeks after I met her, she sent a letter into me with a rather long poem in it, and she'd highlighted a number of different things which she thought might resonate with me. And indeed, it needed, Aisha had suggested reflection at times, but it needed a bit of reflection. What the line was, keep interested in your own career. It is a real possession in the changing fortunes of time. So today, likewise, I encourage you to keep interested in your own career. And I invite you to become active participants in the future of training, influencing your training, influencing and improving things for the next generation of doctors in the College of Physicians, and actively participate in improving the delivery of healthcare in Ireland and other countries around the world. We do have privileged careers, and remember that what you do every day makes a very real difference in people's lives. So a few important thank yous before I finish. I'd like to thank our college staff. The college is here to support us throughout our career trajectories in lifelong learning, and we are very fortunate to have so many people here who are dedicated, hugely professional, and always committed to the college's aims and aspirations. Many of you will have been in contact with some of them today before the ceremony, or indeed when you arrived, and I'm sure you'll have been struck by both their efficiency and their friendliness. So on behalf of the new members, the members and fellows, I'd like to thank our CEO, Audrey Houlihan, who's here with us this evening, and her team for their continued and much appreciated work and support. So thank you. I'd also like to thank all of those involved in putting on the exams in the college. We've Professor Mary Higgins here today, but also Lucy Ann Behan and Ono Caron, along with the people behind them who help out, Niamh Lynch, Ngozi Okafor, Mark Hare and Nick Parandari. Without those, and James Jameson, Cathy McHugh and Helen Chute, without those, exams simply just would not function as well as they do with the team led by Sinead Freeman and Colm Small in the college. So thank you to them. Coming to this point in your career, you've needed all kinds of support, and both Junaid and Aisha mentioned this. Those present with you at this ceremony today are all too aware of that commitment, the hard work, the hours of study at night, and the deferral of social life that is involved in getting you to where you are. And it's made all the more impressive as the study you've been doing has been while you were in clinical jobs. So I do hope you think it was worth it at the end. So perhaps the most important thank you of this evening I've left until last. And it's on your behalf, and indeed ours in the college. And it is the importance of recognising and thanking the commitments of your family and friends, those that are here today, those that couldn't make it, and indeed those that are no longer with us. You are all very welcome, and on behalf of our new members and those of us here today representing the college, I sincerely thank each and every one of you and congratulate you all by proxy. Thank you. The future of this college begins with you, our new generation of members, and I hope in due course you will all become fellows. Remember, there's a place here for each of you in the plans, the work and the heart of the college. You are needed for the fulfilment of our mission, which is providing the highest standard of care to patients and training the next generation of doctors. I hope you and your guests enjoy the day and appreciate your wonderful achievements. Agus Ganari live. Congrats and well done.
Thank you, President. That completes the conferring ceremony for membership. We'd kindly ask guests to remain here in the Corrigan Hall while the group photograph for new members takes place at the main entrance hall, and a reception will follow the group photograph in the Graves Hall next door.